Hey babes, welcome back to Know Your French Girl. We're so hyped you're here because this episode is a little bit close to the heart and to home, and our brains are still recovering. We're calling it Love in Translation.
Yes, because honestly, trying to study French, learn French, and then flirt in French is like setting up for the cruelest triple threat challenge ever. Exhausting, hilarious, but somehow totally worth it.
That's so true, girl. For real. Whether you're trying to flirt without sounding like a clueless tourist or you just want to order a coffee without accidentally confessing your undying love, today we're spilling all the crazy stories, epic fails, and those tiny little wins that keeps us going. So pop your wine, get cozy, let's dive in.
Okay, real talk. French is gorgeous, no doubt, but it's honestly one of the hottest and nastiest languages to learn. It's so hard. The silent letters everywhere, the verb conjunctuations, and the nasal like sounds that make you sound like you have a life-lasting cold, girl.
That's so true, girl. I remember when I was learning French back in Brazil, because I learned 1 year prior to coming in here. And I was like so excited because I was like, oui, je vais parler français, let's go.
Yes.
And then basically, girl, when I started with the verbs, like all the irrégulier verbs, I was just like, what is this? And all the like passé composé, what is this? Like we only have passé composé in French, I have this feeling.
This is
like,
true.
The fact that you're using être or you're using avoir, you don't know which one are you using for passé composé. This is like so hard for me.
Girl, I'm actually so lost right now. You could have like the little like sounds of like insects, you know, like I don't know what the fuck is going on, to be honest. You're saying goddamn words for everything. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, you didn't learn the passé composé, girl?
Girl, I didn't study. I didn't have French classes. I learned French like with friends in social groups. I didn't have classes.
Oh, no, girl.
Yeah, I've just been out here learning French in the wild.
But I went to French class because I really wanted my French to sound like so perfect and everything. And my French was really good. I think it still is. But once I met my husband, and obviously I practiced my French and I improved it. But I also, like, he ruined my French by, like, teaching me some words, like weird words. So, like, basically now I'm like, tu te fous de ma gueule, mec, meuf, non, mais ta gueule. I'll be, like, saying stuff like that. And it's like, not cute. It's not the French that I learned, but, like...
You saying that makes so much sense because me, I had so much violon. When I was learning French, like at first I didn't know what it was. I was kind of confused, like si mère, like I was like,
all those words that are like inverse.
Exactly.
Girl, for me, I was like, what is happening here? And then this girl at college, we were doing this work together, and she was saying this word so much, and I was like, what does it mean? She was like, c'est chelou, c'est chelou, c'est chelou. I was, what is this word? She's like saying, oh, it means like weird. And then I Google it because every time I like to Google to understand it better, and then I see the real word is louche. And I'll be like, no, it's the word louche. And she was like, no, the word is chelou. Because even she didn't remember that the real word is louche.
Oh, God,
because every time they'll be like, chelou, chelou, chelou.
So you're learning a whole traditional form of French, okay? Yeah, and then you have to learn a whole nother, like, form of French and just to fit in your social groups.
Exactly, girl. You'd be like, wesh, c'est ouf.
This is true. I say wesh, wesh.
Wesh,
frérot.
You always say frérot. Like,
it's like my favorite.
Time.
It's the most iconic word in the French dictionary. Frérot, ça va, frérot? Dégage, frérot. C'est un dinguerie. Ouais.
C'est dingue. I love dingue. Dingue is such a nice word as well.
Ouais, j'adore.
Yeah, but girl, like, honestly, studying French is already hard. And then I had this brilliant idea because I had the French. Then I was like, it's fine. I'm going to do my master's in France. And in French. So I come here and be like, it's going to be fine. I learn French. I speak it. It's fine. I go to classes entirely in French. And girl, the headache after every day. Because like so many different vocabulary that you thought you knew, but you end up not knowing.
Absolutely.
So hard, girl. I had a headache every single day.
Honestly, I feel that's so hard. Because one time I went to this French lecture when I was in uni. And the guy was just speaking at like 150 kilometers per hour. And I was like, good sir. I've learned the language, okay? I understand at my biggest capability, but, you know, you need to slow the fuck down because you're, like, doing somersaults with your French words, and I'm not comprehending anything. Je comprends pas. Je comprends pas, monsieur. So please slow down. Merci beaucoup.
And they talk so fast, girl.
They do.
Yes. And also, like, the vocabulary. You feel like you know it all. And you'll be like, I don't know, trying to compare it with English. That it's your language, or other languages like mine is Portuguese. But I compared a lot to English. And then I was like, oh, stage. perfect, we're in a theater. And they know you're looking for like an internship. And I was like, what is this?
Accent, the accent.
I was like, no way.
I swear. And the accent thing, oh boy, girl. I just opened my mouth and like the ultimate question is where are you from? Where is this accent from? Tu viens d'où? Tu fais quoi dans la vie?
It's like the guess game. Like, where are you coming from?
I swear to God.
With this accent.
Every time. They're like telling me about because I'm from Australia. They're always like, oh, you're from Australia. Do you know my cousin that lives in Broome?
No, bro.
Do I look like I know your cousin? And then I end up knowing like 50 different cousins, 50 different friends from all over the country. Also, by the way, from places that I've never even heard of, like, I don't know, Mount Kangaroo or something like that. Like, I'm like, I have to Google my own country and I feel like an imposter because I'm like, shit, Australia is that big. Like, I don't even know. And like, I feel like la honte, tu vois? I'm like, what is going on?
I feel the same because like every time when I say I'm from Brazil, they'd be like, Neymar, Carnaval. And I'd be like, yes, yay. And they'd be like, oh, how is Carnival there? How is Carnaval? And I was just like, I've never been to Carnival.
But they just expect you to do all of the things that are from your country.
They expect that I'm a tourist guide for Brazil. Like,
yeah, honestly. Also, our countries are like maybe 2 times bigger than France. So let's also remember this, guys. Like, we're not going to know your little town from somewhere ever. And we're not going to be able to do all of the touristy stuff that you guys love to do.
Exactly.
So that's great.
Especially in Brazil because honestly, it's way cheaper to come to France than to travel in our own country. Like, crazy, girl.
This is crazy. Like, in Australia, you pay like $500 just to go from Melbourne to Brisbane or Ellie Beach or something like that.
But let's pause on our countries for a second, even if we love them so much. But let's talk about dating in French. How is it?
The ultimate challenges of challenges, girl.
Girl, one time I said, je suis pleine, because I wanted to say that I'm full. And the guy thought I was pregnant. I was just like, no, never again.
Girl. Also, because like the worst part is like trying to be like poetic, because French dating is like all about nuance. But then you end up sounding very like awkward and way too literal. And then they finally compliment you and your brain just goes like freeze and you end up just like blushing.
Yes, girl. Sometimes sometimes your date just switches to English mid-chat, and then it's just like such a relief, but a tiny humiliation because you wanted to keep trying, and they see you're just like struggling. So I swear. This should change.
It's messy, it's imperfect, hilarious, and ridiculously sweet.
Yeah, it's super sweet. But a fun fact, I met my husband in French. Mm-hmm. So to this day, I cannot speak another language with him because now he's learning Portuguese. Ooh. And then every time, everyone is so mad at me because they go like, why are you not helping him? Why are you not talking French with him? Oh. Why are you not talking Portuguese with him? Like, help him talking Portuguese. And I'd be like, I can't. I feel like it's not our couple. I feel like I sound like another person and I feel like it's not us. It's not natural when we're talking in another language. I don't know about you. Like you met in English, right?
Yeah. So when we met, quite frankly, my French was absolute shit. C'est la merde. And my partner's English was la merde. So I kind of just dated him for the looks. I'm going to be honest about it. He was busy. He was bogus. So I just went along with my little Google Translate and started chatting with him. And honestly, as the relationship progressed, now it's kind of like Franglish. But the occasional fight will happen and he's like speaking to me and yelling at me in French. And I'm like, well, here it comes. Fin ta gueule.
You don't get like the perfect line. Just film that. And I love like how you fight in French. I learned the hard way as always because I always learn the hard way. Fuck.
Who doesn't?
But I learned how to fight in French. And then I'll just be like the Marie Antoinette of the fights, honestly. And then don't pick a fight with me because I will fight you in French. Let's talk about our funniest French fails.
Oh, girl.
I'll start. I had this once. I just came here and I was like, no, I speak like so good. And I wanted to go on top of, I think it was Notre Dame.
Okay.
Back then. I don't know. And then you know how verbs are like super close to each other. And then I was like asking the guards like, oh, can I monter? I wanted to say, can I monter? I said like, can I montrer? Je peux montrer? And he was like, yeah, show me. And I was like, show you what? And then he was like, oh, you mean monter? And I was just like, yeah, I mean monter. Not, I don't want to show you anything, dude. I just want to go upstairs.
Oh, no, girl.
So horrible.
I've also got one as well. It's actually so embarrassing. One time I said, je suis excitée to a waiter. Like, oh, I'm so excited to eat the dish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And actually, it means like I'm horny in French. So the waiter's face was just honestly priceless. And in shock, he was laughing at me, but at least we had a good time.
Girl, obviously. And also, we always make up some words. I know I make up so many words. I mix like English, I mix Portuguese. And then so many times I look at my husband and he'd be like, what is this word? Like, this word doesn't exist. And also to my sister, she'd be like, what is this word? You're mixing like English and French.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, I'm sorry. It's just like I'm trying to make some words that I don't even know.
Honestly, girl, the fact that like, okay, me, I speak Mandarin, English, and French now. But the problem is when I'm thinking in like French sometimes, I think in Mandarin. And then I'm speaking in English and I'm thinking in French. And like, it doesn't make any sense, girl. Like I'm forgetting my own native language in the process of learning all these languages. Because I'm like thinking in so many languages and I'm just like, it's too much for me. It's like giving me headache.
But I think that's so normal because like once you start learning this language, it keeps like, it starts getting like more space in your brain, I think.
Yeah.
And then so many times I'd be like, oh, what's the word again in Portuguese? And
Yeah,
I'd be
forgetting.
like, oh, she's turning French. She's like forgetting her own language. Yes, like my brain doesn't have enough space for all these like words.
I swear to God, iCloud storage running out of space.
I swear, it's so hard.
But you know what? Despite all of the face plants, the awkwardness, and the mental breakdowns, it's so worth it.
Yes, girl, it is. Every time you hold a conversation, make a joke, because honestly, if you make a blag, then you win in France.
Yeah.
You win in French, like honestly. And you need to get this win because every time it's a win.
Yes. And guys, a tip for you, just say wesh frérot. It works every time. I do it all the time and it works perfectly.
But falling in love in another language, girl, it's so cute.
Even when you don't have the words. So for anyone out there that's struggling in love or life, just keep pushing because it's totally worth it.
Talking about that, let's give people some tips and tricks on how to learn French from two people that learn different ways.
I kind of learned through like, okay, I watched Netflix shows. I would put them subtitles in French. I would, go out and like force myself to speak with French people, even though most of the time I would spend a lot of my nights like in silence. Like I would not speak. I would be too shy, or like the occasional person would come up to me and try to speak to me in English. But of course, it didn't help me learning French. But you really just have to try and put yourself out there. Okay, you have an accent. Okay, you make mistakes. But like, fuck it.
That's the number one rule of learning a new language. You need to immerse yourself as much as you can.
Absolutely.
Go out, talk to people, even if you make mistakes. Don't worry. Watch Netflix, read books.
Books are not bad, to be honest.
Yes, books are really good.
Even kid books.
Yeah, the kids' books are amazing. Or even when I started learning, I used to get like some books that I known for a long time that I read in like several times, and I would reread that again, but in French.
Yeah.
Because I already knew the story. Then I would like understand the sentences and the phrases by knowing the story.
Yeah, you just honestly really gotta like immerse yourself in the French culture and the French society as well, by the way.
Yes, don't be scared to speak, and don't be scared if people correct you, because I think they mean well when they're correcting. I know I do this with a lot of friends.
Yeah.
And they love it when I correct themselves because this is how you learn.
Yes.
So don't be afraid. They're not going to be judgy.
This is so true, because even like an example of this is like, I used to say ça pleure instead of il pleut.
Oh, yeah.
And my boyfriend would just be like, Shana, it's il pleut. It's not the other one.
The sky.
And I was like, kill me now. But at least he's correcting me in the kindest of possible ways. And honestly, now I say it correctly. So
No, but girl, honestly, it's not even wrong. It's like the sky is crying.
It's so true,
It's a little
though.
bit ludique.
ludic.
Yeah, it's like ludic. I don't know how to say that in English.
I
I
don't
just
even know
made
what
that
the
word
word
in English,
means.
but I know it's a word in French. So
Here we go, guys. New word of the day. We're going to love that.
Perfect. Yes. Also, for the ones that don't have a lot of time, we have the apps.
Yes.
Duolingo, Babel.
Yeah.
They're not like amazing, but you can learn some words there.
Yeah, 15 minutes a
vocabulary.
day is all you got to need, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. And the most important, do not isolate yourself. Join expat groups, language groups. Go outside, be social, and try to speak French.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Amen to that. Now go grab a coffee and say, parlez-vous français? And remember, it's all about the journey and not the destination.
Exactly. But that's a wrap for our today's episode of Not Your French Girl. And don't forget to send your amazing French fails in our DMs.
Yes.
We would love to hear about that.
Yes, we love them. And also, guys, please don't forget to follow and subscribe so you never missed out on the group chat that turned into a podcast.
Amazing. And thank you so much for listening, loves. À la semaine prochaine. Bisous.